Okay, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Watch Darius TV. I'm back with another review, and this one is of Atlanta, Season 3, Episode 1, 3 Slaps. Man, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'm doing a review of everything of Atlanta for Season 3 and, of course, for Season 4 that also just dropped today. But since I'm late, I'm doing a review of Season 3, basically. Uh, let's just basically start off with this review. It's been 4 years since we've seen Atlanta. Atlanta kind of reminded me of that show Euphoria, where the show is so popular and there's so many famous actors on the show that the show is almost never out because their actors, I guess, are too busy doing other stuff. So we had to wait 4 years. I don't think I've ever waited this long for a TV show to come back on. Maybe besides probably the Boondocks, which this show is kind of remind me of a little bit. But it's like we waited 4 years for this show to be back, and this episode was a very strange one. But Atlanta is a really strange show. The episode starts with two guys on a boat, a black man and a white man, and they're just sharing stories. And one guy says he doesn't like the lake. The black guy says he doesn't like the lake. He finds it, creepy. And the other guy says it was a town underwater or something like that. Then the white guy starts saying some profound stuff about being white, about how being white can be very blinding, and you could just not understand stuff. I guess that's the theme of this episode. About white people, I guess, not understanding black people, I guess, because the black kid goes with the two white lesbian women, and they completely are tone deaf racially to him. So they're just racially just completely tone deaf. But I guess that's the theme of this episode. Now that finally makes sense. Then the white guy sort of turns into some type of monster and pulls the black guy into the lake. Then we find out it was just a dream that some young black kid was having when he was in class. So, alrighty then. Atlanta's starting off on a very weird note, but this is Atlanta. This is how they get down on this TV show. The teacher tells the kids they'll be seeing Black Panther 2, which is ironic because Black Panther 2 also comes out this year, and I'm guessing this episode must have been filmed last year. But it's pretty ironic. Then the kid, of course, gets up and starts dancing like that scene from when Black Panther first came out, and kids on the internet were happy and dancing. That one black kid in class, I guess that's what they were going for in that scene. And the kid's name is Laquarius. I cannot pronounce it. I guess that's how it is pronounced. I don't know what to name him that, but all right. So Laquarius, he starts dancing and stuff like that till he basically gets in trouble, and his mom and his granddad come, and they go in on him. The teacher says he should be put in sort of like a remedial class and stuff like that. The mom is just completely against it, and she takes him into the hallway and basically makes him dance and stuff like that. Doing all kinds of stuff. And his mom basically chews him out about it. About everything, about putting him in some crazy class and a remedial class, and talking about these white folks will laugh at you when you get shot and stuff like that. Just really grilling him. And then the granddad ends up, slapping him upside the face and stuff like that. Kind of like that internet meme, I guess, of that one old granddad slapping that kid that was acting crazy and stuff like that. So they're taking a lot of internet scenes into this episode, I'm assuming, because a lot of these references I completely understand. Then once he gets home, the cops end up coming to their house, while he's on punishment, and the mom just like, oh, you gonna call the cops on me? Well, then fine, go. Kicks him out. It's kind of crazy because I know some kids would probably love to call the cops on their parents when they got in trouble, but you don't know where you're going to end up going when you end up doing some stuff like that, because he ends up being taken to some really crazy people house after this whole thing happened. He didn't even do it. This was something the teacher seemed to have done. She didn't seem like she wanted him there anyway, almost, I felt like, but we'll probably get to that later, because in that episode, things kind of change a bit, where she seemed like she missed her son. I don't know, but she just completely kicks him out because I guess she thought that he called the cops on her. So he's taken into the house with this new couple, these white lesbian women, and the new women, the his mom, new mom's named Amber, and she just says, "Hey, just call me mom," and takes him in, and she has three other black kids that she has there, and yeah, she has her lover, lesbian lover, with her name Gail, who seems a little not as nice as Amber, and yeah. And we see just within the short time that he's there, they try to do, I guess, black things to impress him. Like talking about how they creating, I think, African soap or something like that, and whatever that was. Then they were trying to they figure, oh, he's black, so let's just make some fried, chicken and stuff like that. Which all they did was literally just put some powder on it and didn't even know how to cook it, and then they end up feeding him that later on in the episode. Okay, and then Amber, of course, can't pronounce his name, so she just basically decides to call him Larry. And I'm not gonna lie, he got a real ghetto name. I'm not even gonna front Aquarius. I don't know what. Yeah. Anyway, so wash clothes because basically they don't seem to. I think they wash. They don't have no washcloths, because white people are known for not using washcloths. I've heard. So yeah, so he just doesn't have a washcloth. They don't even answer what they used to even clean themselves with. So. Then they try to feed him, like I said, raw chicken. The parents are just completely clueless. That I someone calls and Gail just completely loses it. So I'm guessing that that's sort of a hint that these people they're not doing something right. Because somebody calls, she says that don't call in here. She just slams her phone and breaks it. Laquarius basically can't take it. It was, I guess his name is Larry, whatever. He can't take it, so he just goes to bed at 6 because these people are just, I don't know what. This is almost like a miniature version of Get Out in a way. It's a young black man with some white people that are doing some real crazy weird stuff. It's almost like a, a version of Get Out almost because this episode was wild. The couple, like, they have the kids working in a field in a backyard, like some modern day slaves, and even starving them basically because they were only feeding them with raw chicken and grass. And she even has the nerve to have Larry singing some Negro spirituals while he's working in a field. Like what? Like, and then they have the kids wearing signs. They I guess they're selling stuff, and they have the kids wearing like these signs and stuff like that. And Laquarius just can't take it, so he tries to run off. He bumps into a cop who almost tries to shoot him just for bumping into him, even though the kid was going to the cop for help. And then the cop ends up, he's the cop is shocked that the kid knows the white couple, and he just turns him right back over to them, and just yeah, okay. So anyway, then later on, we also see a magazine of the whole scene where Laquarius bumps to the cop, and it makes it look like the cop was hugging him when the cop was really about to shoot him up. So then anyway, so this wellness check lady comes, and she's black, and she can already spot early on that there's a lot of wildness going on with this two couple here. And she sees that one of the young black girl is sick basically, and then they tried to feed her some berries. Like, she already know this is some wild stuff. She ends up trying to find a washcloth. Of course they don't have that, and basically Eritrea tell the girl that he wants to go home. And next thing we know, we see Gail coming from the backyard saying that, hey, everything is okay. So we like, I'm trying to figure out, did he kill her? Did she kill her? We she just disappeared, and of course we end up finding out that yeah, she did kill her basically. Aquarius has a strange dream of being slapped up by the lady, the wellness check lady. Her head was in a jar, and the rest of her body had like a dog head on it, and he got slapped by the dog head. It's basically just the weirdness of the TV show Atlanta. The show is weird as ever, but I'm happy it's back though. Then the next morning, the couple say that basically they're going on a trip to the Grand Canyon. Okay, and they need to flee basically because well, we know that she basically killed Gail, killed the lady. We see her clipboard is gone in the garbage someplace, so basically they killed her. And so the black kids basically, when they're in the back of the car, they already looking like, yo, then these white folks are trying to do some crazy stuff to us, and they talking sort of through their eyes, basically looking like, you see what's going on. That's kind of a thing that black folks do. We when we around something weird, we just look at each other because we could speak through our eyes almost in a way, and they know like, yo, these white folks is crazy. We got to get up out of here. It's so similar to the movie Get Out. This episode. Amber and Gail, they basically sort of released their dog Corn Puff. They talk about, I guess, regretting what they've been doing basically, and they decide to drive off into the lake. I'm thinking that that's the same lake from obviously at the beginning of this episode, the intro. And luckily, Laquarius was able to smart enough to know, like, yo, this is some wild stuff going on, and he was able to hop out before they were able to, drive off into the lake. And unfortunately, he had to leave the dog there. That sucked. The dog would have been making too much noise anyway. But he hops out of there, out the back of the van before they could ever kill them too. And somehow he was able to get the kids out of there too. So I'm guessing he snuck them out while Gail and Amber were talking, and then hopped out and got them all up out of there. So that was a smart move. Laquarius is coming home. He's washing dishes. Him and his mom sort of, I guess, reconcile or whatever like that. We also found out on the news that the orphans were found. So hopefully they could be taking some better homes than the crazy lesbian couple that they were with. And yeah, and then also at the end of this episode, Ern wakes up. And yeah, we find out that I guess that's what Ern was dreaming about. So I guess it's like an inception thing going on. It was a dream inside of a dream. That the first scene of this episode, that was Laquarius's dream, and then I'm guessing that Ern woke up from that dream that of Laquarius. I guess that's what they were doing. I'm just happy to see Ern back. He's in a foreign country someplace. It looked like his baby mom isn't with him, but some other woman there. So look like he's in a nice hotel. You don't say nothing, and that's it. Just that was it. Basically, that was the episode. I'm just happy to show Atlanta's back. I really can't even think of any type of theories. Know that this season takes place when they're in Europe, I believe. Paperboy and Ern and Darius, they go to Europe. I'm trying to figure out when the guy comes back. I forgot his name. Luhu, that dude to make that song. He's sort of like, I guess he's supposed to be based off Chance the Rapper, like a twisted, crazy version of Chance the Rapper. Clark County. I'm trying to figure out when he's coming back because I know he got to be somewhere. Okay, this dude was crazy, and I'm trying to figure out when he's back. That's the only character I'm interested in seeing because that dude is he. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Ern and Darius because the character Darius is entertaining because his name is my name too. But it's like that dude is the most entertaining character. So even though he had a small scene in season 3, I want to see him back. I want to see what type of interaction he's gonna have with Paperboy and all of them. So I can't think of no theories because I don't know what the heck is going on. I didn't think this episode was gonna start like this. I thought it was gonna start out with Ern and Paperboy and all of them coming back, but this was a wild episode. Very well written, twists and turns. Like I said, the writing was really good. I love Childish, even though this isn't Childish Gambino, this is Donald Glover basically, because this is the actor version. I love his writing, and I think that the season is going to be really good. I can't think of no theories because this show is so weird. I don't know what to expect. I really don't. I'm just happy the show's back. I hate that basically this is the last year for the show. They're putting two seasons in 1 year. I thought they would at least have the next season come out next year, but we had to go 4 years with this show being gone. So now it's finally back. So man. But yeah, this episode was good. I can't think of much else to say. So if you like anything Atlanta, subscribe to my channel. We're gonna have more content coming for the show and everything else. And yeah, if you like this, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and thanks for watching my video for Watchadarius TV and this review of Atlanta Season 3, Episode 1.